prison weakened once more, but this time he woke. The 8 guardians, now called the 8 Immortals, had been resurrected, but none of them were prepared to fight their former leader. Worse, upon waking, Xaltorath broke the sun, turning it from yellow to orange-red. After repairing Xaltorath's prison, the Kuros Emperor, Kandor, invaded the manor and was slain. Kandor's wife, Alanye, snuck into the Blight to bargain with the Morgagi. While there, she remembered that she'd once been Sarek's lover, Sindrol, and so tried to separate Sarek from Xaltorath. She succeeded after a fashion, sending fragments of Sarek's soul into the afterlife, where he slowly healed. Sarek, Kandor, and Alanye would all later volunteer to be reincarnated to stop Xaltorath, joined by the first Emperor of Kur, Macmillan. 4 years ago, a street thief named Kihrin stumbled upon a demonic summoning, gaining the attention of a particularly evil necromancer named Gadrith, a particularly evil demon named Xaltorath, and a particularly evil Kuros prince named Darzan. The latter snatched the boy up, claiming to be Kihrin's father. In reality, Darzan's master, the necromancer Gadrith, wanted an artifact that Kihrin unknowingly wore, the Stone of Shackles. Kihrin ran away, and while he technically escaped Darzan, he didn't escape being sold into slavery and auctioned off in a faraway land. There he was almost purchased by Ravarik, now cured of his insanity, passing himself off as human and going by the name Relos Var. Instead, Kihrin was purchased by a cult working for the goddess of death, Thane, one of the 8 Immortals. Kihrin spent the next 4 years on a tropical island, training. Also falling in love, having his heart broken, running afoul of a different dragon, discovering he was the reincarnation of Sarek, and trying to convince himself that his feelings for Thane's son Xaltorath, the reincarnation of Kandor, weren't romantic. 4 months ago, Kihrin returned to the capital city with Xaltorath and a weather witch named Tyenso in order to stop Gadrith's plans and free Gadrith's son, Thurvashar, who was the reincarnation of Macmillan. Instead, Gadrith captured Kihrin, gained the Stone of Shackles, sacrificed Kihrin to Xaltorath, sparked a hell march, and swapped bodies with the Emperor of Kur. But Kihrin didn't stay dead, and he uncovered what Gadrith had been seeking, the god-slaying sword Urthainrael, which Kihrin promptly used to kill Darzan and Gadrith and destroy the Stone of Shackles. This broke all the geishae that kept demons under control, unleashing chaos. Also, Tyenso ended up becoming the Empress of Kur. Kihrin fled the capital, hoping to find an ally against Relos Var in the form of a mysterious figure called the Black Knight. This turned out to be Janelle, the reincarnation of Alanye, and the last of the 4 volunteers. She'd fought her own battles against Xaltorath and Relos Var, but now wanted Kihrin's help killing the dragon Morios, whom she believed would soon destroy the Jorat capital Atrini. Although this threat was real, it was also a trap set by Relos Var meant to separate Kihrin from Urthainrael. It worked. It also woke Xaltorath and damaged his prison. 4 fortnights ago, the 8 Immortals dispatched Kihrin, Xaltorath, Janelle, and Thurvashar to the manor, in order to make sure the last immortal race did their part to repair Xaltorath's prison. The Vane king said no by drugging the 4 and leaving them in the Blight to die. In the aftermath, they realized the situation was more complicated than they'd realized, and that the 8 Immortals weren't pure of intentions. When Thane proved willing to murder her own son and destroy an entire nation to repair Xaltorath's prison, Kihrin was forced to ally with Relos Var to stop her. By the time the dust settled, 4 Immortals, including Thane, were dead. Kihrin decided on a rash course of action, to merge back with Xaltorath in the hope of ruining Relos Var's plans to replace the 8 Immortals with himself.